We are recording. All right. Welcome to the weekly Uptown Properties market update. We are going to take a few data points here and see what we can learn about the national and the local real estate market. So, the first data point I want to check on is something that is at an all-time low is the mortgage interest rates. Um, Freddie Mac is currently reporting a 2.67 interest rate for a single family primary home. It's going to be a little bit higher for a investment property, but that comes out to $404 per $100,000 on principal and interest. This is an all-time low and definitely something to track when it's either an all-time high or an all-time low. I want to say that the stock market is at an all-time high as well. We probably need to throw that in here as well. But another item we are tracking is the mortgage credit availability index. And this is kind of in the middle of the road. So it is 122.2. It's up from last month. And during the Great Recession in 2008 and 2009, this credit availability index dipped down to about 85 or 90. And in the recent months, in January and February, it was up to 185. Prior to the Great Recession, the index was nearing 1,000, which just kind of shows you how easy it was to get a loan. But in March, it took a nosedive and from 185 down to roughly 110, and it's been slowly creeping back up. So there is our lending data points. It's pretty difficult to get a loan right now, but the rates are incredible. So now we're looking at the average price of a home. Nationally, the median price is $310,888. This is a 25% year-over-year increase. It's a 15% year-over-year increase. And sales year-over-year are up 25% in volume. It's down 2.5% from last month. And looking at Portland, the median home price is $470,000, and data points are pretty even from last month. I actually didn't grab them, so we'll update the spreadsheet once we have that dialed in a little later. Looking at inventory, these are all-time lows. Nationally, we're at 2.3 months, and in Portland, we are at 1 month. Okay, on to rent data. This all comes from apartmentlist.com. National rents are down 1.3% year over year, and since last month, they have dipped 0.5%. Portland has taken a steep nosedive, but Portland is a very seasonal market, so this is kind of in line with what usually happens in November and December. So Portland dropped 1.6% and is down 6% year over year. On the west side in Beaverton, it was down 0.8%. This is a normal rent drop. Since COVID happened, it's down 2.2%, but year over year, it is up 0.3%. And then on the east side, Gresham, last month, rents were flat, and rents have actually gone up since COVID happened, and they've gone up annually. Looking at net migration to Oregon, this year we've got roughly 32,000 new families coming to Portland. So new households, that is a lot less than previous years. And it's kind of a gradual slowing of net migration. I wasn't able to grab any household formation data or find anything that's going to be meaningful on that, except for the census, which shows that there are new households forming in Oregon. But nationally, in November, there were 307,000 new jobs, and unemployment's at 6.7%. And in Oregon, there were 6,200 new jobs and 6% unemployment. And those are all trending up from roughly 15% unemployment in April and May. So yeah, all in all, I'm excited to start this new market update. And the most interesting data points for me are the lack of inventory in the housing market and just the amazingly low lending rates. That's really driving prices up, and it makes it so that rents can be a lot more competitive, and that home buyers and investors can pay significantly more for property. So there it is, market update 1.0.
Awesome.
Chris,
I'm excited to see the trends.
Absolutely. Any questions? This is also
Yeah.
going to be a part of the podcast, is getting your guys' feedback and any insights that you may have, because really I'm hoping that we can get this on our website and start an intelligent conversation about what trends we're seeing every week.
Chris, did you see any data on the national inventory numbers? I know you said it was 2 point something. To my knowledge, that's the lowest it's been in like the last 60 years. Do you have any other information
all-time
on?
low. Yeah.
Okay.
It is an all-time low. And home sales in October and November are at all-time highs. Just the amount of volume that's happening. So, and that has a lot to do with millennials kind of reaching that affordability. And like that previously, when interest rates were higher, homes were not as affordable. So as interest rates have gone lower, it's made more homes affordable for, kind of like my generation. I don't know where you guys fall on the cutoff of millennials or not, but a majority of millennials have turned 30 years old, and that is kind of the key household formation like starting point. So they're buying a lot of houses. Any other thoughts or insights before we close up? All right. Thank you guys, and I'm excited to get this posted.